up in the rematch with Tyson Fury, and he aims to weigh in around 245 pounds. That's according to Boxing Scene. So E-King Fight News, we got more on this. All right, so Deontay Wilder will add weight for the Fury rematch. Targets 245 pounds. That is quite the challenge. He's looking to add on 30 pounds plus between now and I would think February, March. Wilder still wants to be noticeably heavier than the 212 pounds he weighed in for the 12-round split draw that occurred on December 1st. Wow. So Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is looking to add on some muscle. 30 pounds of muscle. I think that's too much. I don't know. I think the perfect weight for Deontay Wilder is 225, 230 pounds. I think that's a great weight for him. Deontay Wilder needs to be very careful when it comes to building muscle. He needs to be very careful. But this is what he had to say. As we all know, he's 40-0-1 with 39 knockouts. So once again, there's only one man on his resume that he hasn't been able to knock out, and that is now Tyson Fury. This is what Wilder had to say. Yeah, we're going to adjust the weight. We're going to do a lot of things, especially with the weight, because these guys have outweighed me the majority of my career, I never worried about weight because I have the power to substitute for it. I have devastating power that these guys don't have. So I never worried about weight because I felt like weight is just an image. At the end of the day, how many times over and over again have guys outweighed me and they were left on their back? None of them could put me on my back. Being so light of a fighter, that'll just tell you everything. These guys can't put me on the ground, but I can put them on the ground. So why then would Wilder fix what isn't broken? It's a good question. Just because of my team wants me to do it, and we work as a team. So me and co-manager Shelly Finkel talked about this, and of course, I'm going to do what I want to do. But I went back and said, you know what? If y'all want to see certain things, then I'm going to give it to you. I'm never the one that's just solely sold on what I want to do. There's certain things, but we can work as a team, and we've been working for this long, and if it's adjustments to be made, I'm willing to do it just to see. So the highest Deontay Wilder weighed of any of his professional fights is 229 pounds, which was somewhere in 2012 against Damon McCreary. Okay, now just to be clear, Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder, playing with his weight, it could help him in certain areas. I mean, look at Anthony Joshua. 260 pounds, he even dropped down to about 240, right? Over the past year or so. Deontay Wilder needs to be careful because holding all that weight, he needs to make sure it's distributed properly across his whole body. Because the last thing he wants to do is get exhausted due to throwing, power shots, and that can easily happen. It seemed like it happened in the Tyson Fury fight, even though he was very light in there. He was very light in the Fury fight, and oddly enough, he got very, very tired in the 12th round. You can tell right when Tyson Fury got up, it was almost like his energy got zapped. Maybe because he was in shock from the fact that he did get up. And, the one thing you have to be careful about is look at what happened to Roy Jones. Roy Jones is a very good example. So let's get into it. E-King Fight News. We got more on this. And I'm going to say this. Look at what happened with Roy Jones. Back in the day, he started about, he was maxing out at 175, right? He was light heavyweight champion. He had just beaten Antonio Tarver, and he said, fuck it. Let's go to heavyweight. So when he went up to heavyweight, he gained 25 pounds of muscle, weighed in around 200 pounds, and he beat up John Ruiz. In that fight, you know who Deontay Wilder needs? Deontay Wilder needs to bring on Mackie Shilstone. Mackie Shilstone was the guy that helped Roy Jones gain all that weight and kept his speed, kept his stamina, and kept his power. The same thing happened with Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins moved up in weight to face Antonio Tarver, and guess who he had in his corner? It was Mackie Shilstone. Mackie Shilstone, that is the guy Deontay Wilder needs, because he's got to do this intelligently. It's not a situation that, you just lift more weights and it'll be all good. No, he's got to eat more. The guy's got to, distribute the muscle properly in his back, in his arms, in his legs. He's got to make sure he's doing it the right way, because you don't want to end up like a fucking Shannon Briggs, or a fucking, Shannon Briggs is the right example, but or someone else who's just, all pumped up, and then when you get in the ring, all of a sudden, you're throwing these big shots and you're tiring out, and it's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out against a guy like Tyson Fury. But how is this going to help Deontay Wilder? Well, it's going to help him on the inside. Think about it. Tyson Fury, the second he clinched Deontay Wilder, there wasn't too much Wilder could do, because Fury was leaning all over him. He had the weight advantage, and he could push Deontay Wilder back in the clinch. If Deontay Wilder is able to gain some weight, he can push back. He can push back and nullify any kind of clinching that Tyson Fury was planning on doing. And that's key. That's very key. Deontay Wilder needs to, but he needs to ensure that he doesn't get slowed down, that it doesn't take away from his stamina, because Tyson Fury is a 12-round fighter. He's done it time and time again, where he takes these guys, he takes them to the distance, and he boxes the shit out of them. And Wilder needs to be careful, man. He really needs to be careful with the idea of moving up, gaining all that weight. I really think he should be around 230, 235 pounds. I think 245 is he could take the weight on his frame, but I think that's a bit too heavy, especially going from one fight to another. If you look at what Anthony Joshua did, who started off, remember, he weighed in 260 to fight Carlos Takam, who was a much smaller guy. And Anthony Joshua gradually went down in weight. He took the next fight, I think against Joseph Parker, he gradually went down. So I would say, Deontay Wilder, you need to gradually move up. You need to gradually move up in weight, whether it's starting now or starting in the new year. So that's simple, common logic advice you can give, man. Deontay, gradually move up in weight. Don't make a huge jump, because that could affect your stamina. And the good part about it is that may increase his punching power. That may take his punching power to another level. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think, man. Deontay Wilder considering going up to 245. 245, man. That's a big number. And we'll see if he makes that happen, because I don't know, man. I think that's a big jump, and I think that's too big of a jump to go from one fight to another. I think that's too big of a jump for me. E King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think, and we're out.